Hello, my fellow listeners. This is Grace Sabata at your service, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of Artcast, the Winston Art Academy podcast. It's been a while since I last interviewed a student here in Winston, but I'm back doing it again. This interview will be with a student named Chaz Bianco, who is a part of 3D Art, Solar Academy, and the Art Academy. Now, now that you're here, let me ask you lots. I have a lot of questions I want to ask you. So, our first one here is, what do you like doing in 3D art?
So in 3D art, I mainly work in metal and glass. So I build really big things or really small and detailed things. I don't normally work in between. And just recently, I finished up a between 11 and 13-foot tall statue of Siren Head, and I've been working on that for about a year and a half. And now I'm working on something that's small and detailed. I've got a series of nesting bowls. The outer bowl is a mirrored metal, and the inner bowls are glass. And the focus is how light reflects off of that metal and through glass.
Well, that's really unique. Now, since you're in the Art Academy, what is the best thing that you enjoy about it?
My favorite part of Art Academy, I'm fairly new to Art Academy, and since I'm in Solar as well, I don't have a chance to go through a bunch of meetings, but there's definitely a much deeper planning to the artistic process, which I do enjoy. Being able to research farther into your topic and farther into what your interest in that specific field of art is very nice to be able to do. It's also nice just to have different people that you know are in Art Academy that you can bounce your ideas off of that are just a little more willing to give input.
Okay, so now that you mentioned that part, since you mentioned that you were making glass bowls at this time, right?
Mhm.
What other projects are you doing in the following programs I mentioned?
So since the only like art class that I have sectioned out is 3D art, I'm mainly working on those glass bowls, but I also have a knife as a side project, and it's just a general utility knife. You can use it for cooking, whatever you will.
Mm-hmm.
But the glass bowls are really going to take up a lot of time. It's getting that steel to a mirrored finish is definitely quite difficult. Working up from 200 to 3,000 grit sandpaper is very time consuming.
Yeah, I see. Do you know when the knife and the glass bowls will be finished?
I'm looking at getting my glass bowls finished maybe a little bit past December into early January, and my knife is just a general side project, so I might have that done 2 weeks. I might have it done later in my senior year. So really not sure on the knife, but those bowls I'm definitely looking at getting done before the end of January. I'm looking to get them done beginning of January.
Okay. So since studio is your only class, what do you like the most about this class?
My favorite part of 3D art has to be just the resources that are available because there's not many other schools that offer welding as well as glass blowing, an advanced woodworking shop as well as clay. It's just really nice to have all of those things available to me and to all the other students around me. It's really interesting to see how people take advantage of the resources that they're presented with, what they're able to do with those resources.
Yeah. Aside from 3D art, what other art related hobbies do you have that don't involve with school artwork or do?
Aside from 3D art, I draw here and there, and I do a lot of digital design and photography.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I've got several side projects with photography, and with digital design, I'm working on a impressionist graffiti style piece, and that I'm really pumped about that one.
Mm-hmm. Aside from doing certain art activities, what other activities do you enjoy?
Outside of school, um, I don't have a ton of hobbies, but I like listening to music, make music, play music. I've played guitar, piano, saxophone for a little while. Um, just odd things here and there.
Yeah, I see. What inspirational advice do you want to give to artists listening to this interview?
Hmm. I don't know. I would say be open to your ideas and at least try something once before you immediately say no to it. Because there's been plenty of ideas that I've had that have sounded entirely crazy, And I was like, well, it's worth a shot trying because I mean, if it doesn't work out, I didn't waste resources because I still learned that it's not going to work.
Mhm.
And if it does work out, it can turn out to be something great. So I'd say be willing to accept even your craziest ideas and at least try them once.
Mhm. If you could do at least one change to at least your art classes, what would it be?
Hmm. It's a tough one. It's really nice having back-to-back 3D. So I don't know if I'd change that, but I'd also like to take digital media or photography. Um, Unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you see it, I have solar, so that takes up my seventh period elective slot.
Mhm.
But next year, I'm gonna try and do photography as an additional class. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Okay, so could you tell me about the Solar Academy, and what are you doing in this program?
Sure. So in solar, I'm the lead of electrical, and we're right now working on getting the car wired up. We're just wrapping it up. We've been working on this car much longer than I think anyone at this point would really like. We've been delayed multiple times due to COVID, and we've ran into all sorts of problems along the way. But looks like we're going to get wrapped up, and my goal is to have electrical entirely finished before November is out. So December 1st, we should be able to have at least a electrically finished car. I don't know where mechanical's going to be at that point, but fingers crossed we'll have electrical done.
Okay, so after that, so you expect the car to be finished by the end of the semester, or?
All of the work that electrical is doing on the car will definitely be done by the end of the semester. I'm not going to make any guarantees for mechanical because they've got quite a bit of work
Mhm.
projected in front of them, but my hope is to definitely have it done. Uh, I'd say end of February, and be able to test and have things break at school rather than at the race.
Mhm.
So I think that's really our goal right now.
All right. So since you mentioned that you want to join photography next year, what other artistic related plans do you have before you graduate?
Before I graduate, I would definitely like to do another large scale piece, something similar in scale to my Siren Head. My freshman year, I worked on a Tetris set, and I never got to finish that. So like a 4-ish foot tall Tetris set made out of steel. So I would like to finish that up. I've got with glass. I'm working on some molds. I'd like to go farther into the molding process, and maybe try slumping or casting.
Yeah, yeah. I actually saw the little Tetris thing every time I go near the 3D art lockers. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
It's been just sitting there because it's half finished, half not finished. But I do intend to bring it home at some point. Just
Hmm.
need to work out the plan for that. But yeah,
Hmm. Do you have thoughts on returning to the Solar and Art Academy next year?
yeah, I'm definitely going back to solar next year, and I don't see any reason to leave Art Academy. So um, if things continue to go the way they're going now, I should be in solar and art next year. Yeah.
Do you plan on taking similar programs and classes like this after high school?
Yeah, in college, I definitely want to pursue engineering as a major, and I would like to minor in art. So, um, two very, very different course paths, but I'm pumped to have the freedom and funding of a college type program where, I mean, not that Winston's overly limited from either of those aspects, but it would be nice just to have access to a physically larger facility and have more input from more people.
That's pretty cool to hear. So, all right, Chaz. Looks like you've answered all the questions I've given you. Now that this interview is over, this has been another episode of Artcast. Tune in next time for a special episode with the Solar Academy. In the meantime, be sure to check out our past videos, leave a like, and subscribe for more episodes. Thank you, and good day.